Hello everyone and welcome to a Nomad's Diary. I am Prathamesh and today we are in Hoi An.
Our first stop in Vietnam was Hoi An, and to reach Hoi An, we took a direct flight from Mumbai to Da Nang Airport via Vietjet Airlines. On reaching Da Nang, we first converted our USD to VND at the airport, and from there we booked a cab via the Grab app, which costed us 400,000 VND up till our hotel in Hoi An.
Hi everyone, hello from Hoi An. And in Hoi An we are staying in Discovery Villa.
We booked this property for 2 nights, including breakfast, and we will do a detailed video covering the property, the amenities, the room, and the breakfast. We got this scooter from our property at 150,000 VND per day, and the fuel here was quite cheap at 22,350 VND per liter. So on our first day, our plan was to explore the ancient town where parking isn't allowed. So you need to park your vehicle before entering the area. We parked our vehicle right here in front of the pagoda and we were charged 5,000 VND for the parking.
Hello everyone and welcome to a Nomad's Diary. We are in Hoi An today and right now we are standing in front of the Japanese bridge, also known as Cow Pagoda. This bridge was constructed by Japanese businessmen in 1590s to connect the Japanese side of Hoi An to the Chinese side. The bridge has been associated with a monster's legend, the monster being Namazu, which is a giant catfish whose head is in India, his body is in Vietnam and its tail is in Japan. The bridge right here is supposed to be a magical sword which pierces through the back of Namazu, hence restricting its movements, as its wriggling or any movement by Namazu could result in floods or other natural disasters like earthquakes in Japan, Vietnam or India.
The Japanese bridge is also featured on the 20,000 VND note and has become a symbol of Hoi An.
So the Chinese and Vietnamese believed that there were monsters under this bridge. So in 1653, they built a temple connecting to the northern corridor of the bridge. So let's check the bridge out and also the temple.
There are statues of dogs and monkeys at the entry and exit respectively, as these are believed to be the guardians of the bridge. So we took a pass of 150,000 VND per person, which covers 5 tourist attractions in the ancient town.
Right now we are standing in front of Fujian Assembly Hall. This was built in the late 17th century by Fujian Chinese. It was a place where the Fujian Chinese community met. Earlier this used to be a pagoda dedicated to Lord Buddha. So the gate that you see right behind me is the 3-arch gate, and the left and the right door are for entry for men and women respectively. So the central gate most of the times used to be closed because the people believe that it used to help them ward off the misfortunes. But today it's open, and this particular gate was a later addition. It was built in 1975. So this is the big hall, and this is the table where the meeting used to be held. And behind this is the temple of the goddess of sea, Hoi An. And the incense spirals that you see on all the sides are something that you can light up if you have a wish. And people generally put a note inside those incense spirals. And these large incense spirals are supposed to burn for at least a month. Since the Chinese were involved in maritime trade, they built a temple dedicated to the goddess of sea. And right here we have a replica of a merchant boat which was used back in the day. So if you notice, the boats have eyes,
as the people believed that the boats could keep an eye on any danger in the ocean. So behind the temple of Hoi An is a place dedicated to the 6th Fujian general who fought for the restoration of the Ming dynasty and who eventually brought their families and settled in Hoi An. Also, there is a temple dedicated to goddess of childbirth.
So of late, the place has also become famous because you have the goddess of childbirth here, and a lot of people come here to pray for healthy children.
So you would find many tailor shops in Hoi An who would stitch up custom-made suits or dresses at an affordable rate. You just have to choose a fabric and finalize a design from the catalog or any online source, and they can stitch it up in a couple of days.
We have been roaming around the ancient town, but I haven't had anything in terms of food, and we have starved ourselves to try the most famous banh mi here in Hoi An. So we are at Banh Mi Phuong, and this is the place which became popular after Anthony Bourdain visited here and called this one of the best foods on the planet.
So banh mi is the French baguette sandwich which has different cuts of pork along with veggies and a few sauces.
It's a treat for meat lovers. It's amazing.
Next we went to Madam Khan to try their banh mi, and we'll put a detailed vlog covering the banh mi at these two legendary outlets of Hoi An. So the last tourist attraction that we are covering in Hoi An is the old house of Tan Ki. This house was built in 1741, which is close to 300 years ago, and it is preserved by 7 generations. As you can guess, this is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a National Heritage of Vietnam. The 3 main materials used to build the house is wood, rocks and tiles, and as you can see, the woodwork is quite intricate. The house is a combination of three different architectural styles: Vietnamese, Chinese and Japanese, the three main communities that have influenced the life in Hoi An. You can see old furniture, different lacquered boards adorning the walls and the pillars. The house also retains a lot of valuable antiques which are of cultural and historic importance. The house has no windows, but this central atrium provides enough light and fresh air. The current generation still resides on the first floor of the house. The house is not the oldest in Hoi An, but is the most well preserved one. In fact, it has survived several floods and natural calamities over the years, depicted through the photos here. And there is also a depiction of the height up till which the water reached during the floods over the years. Tan Ki translates to progress shop, and this was the name given to the house by the second generation of the family. The house was used to trade agricultural products in the past, and it's a great immersive experience to visit this house and understand how the people lived their life in this historic ancient port town. And from here you exit on the banks of the river, a perfect location for a trader's house. It's almost time for sunset and the ancient town of Hoi An is coming alive. The famous lantern boats are lining up at the banks of the river, and the yellow buildings of the ancient town have started to appear golden at the golden hour. We had an awesome day in Hoi An, but Hoi An comes into its full glory at night, and in the next video we will cover Hoi An at night. So watch out for our upcoming videos from Hoi An. Hope you like this video. Please hit the like button, share this video with your friends and family, and subscribe to our channel.